Welcome back to the shooting channel, and welcome back to a film that I've done a lot on the Ultra XS Pro, because I feel value for money, the Ultra XS Pro is one of the best value for money guns on the market. And the reason why I feel that is because if you're looking at a competitive out and out clay shooting gun that the top people shoot for a value of £4,000 to £4,200, it is the only gun on the market that you can get that has got stock weights, barrel weights, different pads. If you want to go more than that, you've got to go to a Perazzi, an F3 Blaser or a Krieghoff. And I think the XS value for money is the best value for money gun on the market. But a few weeks ago, I had an old GTI Browning come in, and I wanted to do the old GTI Browning is the original Ultra XS Pro, and then I've got the XS, and then I've got the Pro. So I want to do a film just showing you the difference between the real old one, and I've got it sat here, which is potentially probably 40 plus years old, older than me. I've got the Ultra XS, which is probably 25 years old, and I've got the brand spanking new XS Pro. And because it's Browning's 100th anniversary this year, I'm going to be doing lots of these videos showing you why Browning have become so popular and is one of the best guns on the market. So if I go back to the GTI, now this GTI, they have been around for 40 plus years. They are bulletproof. This particular one actually belongs to one of the members of staff at the Oxford Gun Company, and he has shot this a lot. It has got, I mean, it's even got a loose rib. It's had a hard life, but it still keeps going. It's got no recoil pad, so it's got no mod cons. It's the bit that it is got a very similar to the other two XS's is the trigger is still the gold trigger, and it's still a movable trigger. Again, if you look at the pattern on the engraving, it's still virtually the same. They don't put a lot of engraving, they put Browning there, GTI there, the model there. Ventilated barrels, ventilated ribs, multi-choke, came with 5 chokes. Again, no adjustable comb, but it just shoots absolutely brilliant. It weighs about 8.5 pounds. It balances pretty much a little bit barrel heavy, but for this age gun, and you still see them going out and about now. So that is the Browning GTI Plus. Then I've got the Browning XS, which is, in actual fact, this is my personal gun. Again, it's about 25 years old. I have put hundreds of thousands of cartridges through this gun. It has got an adjustable comb, up, down, left, right. It's got no recoil pad on it. It's got the same trigger as the GTI's got, so they haven't changed that. If you look at the action, they've got a little bit of engraving there, a little bit of engraving there, and then the main make a model of the gun just there, and they've got it underneath there. But generally, if you look at the actual, they haven't changed the pattern on that particularly much at all. Ventilated barrels, ventilated ribs. This particular one, this is where they started to give them internal chokes and external chokes. So I actually had 5 internals and 5 externals. So they've started on the GTI. It didn't come with externals because when that was built, people weren't really that interested in external chokes. So that is kind of something they developed over the time, as well as the adjustable comb. So that is the old Ultra. And then I've got the brand spanking new XS Pro. Again, if you look at the actual gun, the look of the gun hasn't really changed much over the time, but they have put a lot of the mod cons into it. So this particular gun comes with the Inflex recoil pad, and it comes with the different size pads, adjustable comb, up, down, left, right. Again, the trigger hasn't really changed, just a movable trigger. The action, again, they've got a little bit of engraving there, a little bit of engraving there, XS Pro there. It has the stock weights and the barrel weights. Again, ventilated barrels, ventilated ribs, and this particular one comes with 8 to 10 external chokes. And it doesn't come with internal chokes. So they've obviously changed that because a lot of clay shooters over the period of time, they want the external chokes. So that is, and I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to show you basically, if you look at all of them, they basically haven't actually, they've just put the mod cons onto it. Now, okay, they haven't developed it that much, but apart from the add-ons and the stock weights and the barrel weights, but it is still the biggest selling gun on the market. And yes, you can pick, so this one is an old 45-year gun, and it's still 800 to £1,000 worth on the shelf. So the value of it, yes, now an XS is about £4,000, but you can still pick one of these up for round about the grand mark. The old XS, again, you can still buy one of these today on the shelf for second hand for about £1,500 to £1,800. And then if you get a new version of the second hand one, again, you can pick one of these up for sort of £2,500 to £3,000. So over the years, they haven't actually lost that much money. So am I right? Comment below. I've explained to you why I feel this is the best competition gun on the market, because value for money, if you wanted to go for something outside of Browning, even the Beretta version of this is still more money than what you can pick up an XS Pro for. But you've got to go for an F3, a Krieghoff or a Prazzi, which is going to cost you £8,000 to £10,000 minimum, if not more. So comment below, why do you think the XS has stayed the top of the range gun and stayed almost the #1 gun for clay shooters to pick? So I'm going to now shoot each one, and then I'm just going to talk to you about what the difference is between each gun and how they've developed it over the years. And keep tuned for what's coming up this year and what Browning has in store for you. So I'm going to have 3 pairs with the good old faithful GTI. Pull. 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 So that was 4 pairs with the GTI. Now, the biggest thing I would find, the balance of the gun is absolutely perfect. They all weigh about 8.5 pounds. They're quite heavy guns, which takes the recoil out. The biggest thing I would say with this is it's the recoil. The recoil is what I see the most, which again, over the years, that's why they've developed the recoil pads to make them almost virtually not recoil. But other than that, the actual balance of the gun is absolutely superb. Again, it doesn't come with stock weights or the barrel weights, but that's as it comes. So you imagine this, 45 years ago, it would have been the top of the range clay gun that you could get. So now I'm gonna shoot my favourite gun, which is my personal gun. Pull. 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 Again, 3 or 4 pairs of that. Now, I'm going to say what they've developed on this is the adjustable cone, which makes you lift your head, keeps your head up. They've developed the choking system better, so you actually, when you hit it fully, it smokes it. And the balance, it's slightly less barrel heavy, this one, to what the predecessor was. So they developed it and stepped in to making it slightly better. Again, the recoil is still, I like to have a gun that slightly thumps me, but I think it's because it's what I'm used to. But the recoil is still quite a lot on this. So if I bought one of these, what I would do is I would have the new recoil pad put on this, because that will really soften the recoil up. And then I'm going to have the new XS Pro. Pull. 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 So again, the first thing I see is the recoil. There is barely any recoil with this gun. Again, I personally don't like that. I like to have a little bit of thump. This is why I love my XS, because it's got mod cons I need it on it, but it just gives me that little bit of thump. That's why I don't want to change it. But if you're looking for a gun that you literally can pull the trigger and you don't feel any recoil, this is the gun for you. And this is why I say, don't go to your local gun shop, go to your local shooting school that sells guns and does a proper gun fit, and they will help you with your right choice. So they will help you pick the right gun for you. But if you're looking for a competition gun, or if you're looking for a good all-round gun, have a look at the XS Pro. Have a look at one of these guns. And I'm going to be honest, you cannot fault what Browning have done and how Browning have developed this XS. Stay tuned to what they're bringing out in a few for the 100th anniversary. So there you have it. The three together, the GTI, the XS and the XS Pro versus against each other. Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think of these three guns, what I believe is my favourite gun. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Don't forget, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us to give you content like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.